Lionel Messi. The name alone evokes poetry, nostalgia, and perfection. For 2 decades, he wasn't just a footballer, he was the closest thing the sport has ever had to a divine presence. But behind every goal, every trophy, every tear at the World Cup, there was also a business, a billion-dollar enterprise built carefully, quietly, and almost invisibly around a man who never seemed to care about fame. Messi's journey is not just the story of a boy from Rosario who conquered the world. It's the story of how a humble genius became one of the most valuable brands on the planet without ever trying to be one. Because where most superstars chase attention, Messi sold silence, and somehow that became priceless. The Messi business began long before the trophies. In 2001, when a 13-year-old Lionel left Argentina for Barcelona, he had nothing but a suitcase and a dream. Barcelona agreed to pay for his growth hormone treatments, a symbolic act that tied their destinies together. At that moment, neither side could have imagined the empire they were about to build. By 17, Messi was already wearing Nike boots. But in 2006, he made a quiet yet decisive move. He switched to Adidas. That deal would grow into one of the most powerful partnerships in sports history. Adidas didn't just sign Messi as an athlete, they built their modern identity around him. The impossible is nothing campaigns, the golden boots, the World Cup stories all became part of Messi's mythology. It wasn't loud like Jordan's brand or Cristiano's CR7 line. It was subtle, elegant, almost shy, a reflection of the man himself. That's when brands realized something revolutionary. Messi didn't need to speak to sell, he just needed to play. Behind the scenes, Messi's brand wasn't built on noise, it was built on discipline. Every decision, from the sponsors he chose to the interviews he declined, was part of a carefully orchestrated symphony of humility and excellence. His father, Jorge Messi, acted as both agent and guardian, not of fame, but of authenticity. Together, they created a model of athlete representation that defied convention, family-run, deeply private, and resisted to outside manipulation. Unlike others who built empires through controversy or charm, Messi's power came from consistency. He didn't reinvent himself to stay relevant, he just kept being himself, and the world never stopped watching. Brands crave reliability, and Messi was the ultimate guarantee. He didn't get injured often. He didn't get caught in scandals. He didn't change his style for headlines. He simply performed again and again for nearly 2 decades. Even in defeat, his image remained untarnished. When Argentina lost Copa America finals, Messi's tears became symbols of devotion, not weakness. When Barcelona fell from dominance, fans didn't turn on him, they mourned with him. That rare emotional connection turned fans into consumers, and consumers into believers. Every ad he appeared in felt earned, not forced. Every boot or shirt that carried his name became a quiet tribute to excellence. Messi's business was not built on spectacle. It was built on trust, repetition, and the quiet magic of mastery. On paper, Messi is one of the wealthiest athletes in history. But behind the numbers lies loyalty, value, and evolution. The leaked $555 million Barcelona contract in 2021 shocked the world, but analysts realized he was worth every cent. His presence alone boosted TV rights, tourism, and regional GDP. Messi jerseys made up half of Barca's sales. Every goal lifted the local economy. When he left, the fallout was immediate engagement. Sales and value plummeted. Messi wasn't just a player, he was Barcelona's brand. At PSG, the pattern repeated: 10 million new followers, record merchandise sales, and a global spotlight on Liga 1. And then came Inter Miami, a masterstroke. Season tickets sold out, prices soared tenfold, and local businesses saw record profits. Messi doesn't just create goals, he creates economies. That's how he became a billion-dollar athlete, through influence, not excess. For someone who avoids attention, Messi's empire runs like a precision engine. Lawyers, marketers, and lifelong confidants form a tight circle, loyal and aligned. Unlike many stars, Messi controls his image. His brand doesn't sell products, it shares emotion. In ads, he laughs with kids, sweats before matches, or quietly celebrates milestones, always human, always authentic. His campaigns remind us he's both mortal and magical. On social media, while others flaunt luxury, Messi shows family and gratitude. That's his secret perfection that feels effortless. Qatar 2022 wasn't just a tournament, it was destiny. For decades, the one argument against Messi's greatness lingered. He never won the World Cup until that night. That victory was more than silverware. It was spiritual closure. The boy from Rosario, who once cried alone, now made the world cry with him. In weeks, his brand value soared by $200 million. Adidas broke records as Messi's jersey became a global symbol. But more than numbers, it was emotion that mattered. His Instagram post lifting the trophy, the most liked photo ever, became a monument to joy. No ad agency could create that. For once, the world wasn't selling Messi. Messi was selling the dream. When Lionel Messi chose Miami, many thought it was the end. But for Messi, it was a beginning. His move wasn't about slowing down, it was about building something new. For the first time in his career, Messi had a direct stake in the game beyond the pitch. His contract wasn't just about wages, it included equity from club ownership, profit shares from Adidas, and even a partnership with Apple to boost MLS subscriptions worldwide. It was genius, because for Messi, this was no longer a paycheck, it was a portfolio. Miami offered him what no European club could: creative freedom, lifestyle balance, and control over his image. He could play, inspire, and influence, all while helping shape the future of American football. In weeks, Inter Miami became a global brand. Their pink kits turned into icons. Stadiums sold out months in advance. Celebrities from LeBron to Serena filled the stands. But the impact ran deeper than entertainment. Messi's arrival changed the perception of American soccer. For years, MLS was seen as a retirement league. Messi turned it into a launchpad for a new era. The league's global TV rights, sponsorships, and youth academy enrollments skyrocketed. Kids across the U.S. didn't just want to play soccer anymore. They wanted to be like Messi. And through it all, Messi smiled, humble, calm, present. Because for him, this wasn't just business. It was legacy made tangible, a bridge between continents, between past and future, between the game and the dream. As Messi's playing years wind down, his business empire continues to expand. His investments include a hotel chain, MIM Hotels, across Spain and Andorra. He owns his own clothing brand, the Messi Store. And he's quietly entering the world of tech, NFTs, and sports data partnerships. But Messi's real empire is emotional. He's built something no marketing strategist could ever buy: trust. He's the rare athlete who became a billionaire without alienating the working-class fans who adore him. His humility, whether innate or engineered, gives him what no money can buy: authenticity. And in a world drowning in noise, that makes Messi not just a brand, but a belief system. Lionel Messi's story is proof that greatness can be both pure and profitable. His billion-dollar career wasn't built through controversy, ego, or corporate theatrics. It was built through decades of quiet excellence. He never told the world he was the best, he just kept proving it, and that's the secret most will never replicate, because you can copy a marketing strategy, but you can't copy magic. Messi's empire will live far beyond his final match. Because while trophies gather dust, trust compounds interest. And Lionel Messi has earned more of it than anyone in football history. Is Lionel Messi the most valuable athlete in history, or simply the most loved? This is Inside the Game.